welcome to an overview, an introduction to the cosine law. So the question here states, may you use sine law in these situations to calculate any unknown part of the triangle? So we have to try to be able to use sine law here. So let's try that out. Sine law is A over sine A, sine B over angle B, and C over angle C. And let's plug in what we know. We know angle B. Great. So let's write that in. Angle B is 124. Side B we do not know. A we do not know. Angle A side we do not know. But we do know side A. Right? Remember, across from angle A is side A. Across from angle C is side C. And so side C is going to be 20. And angle C is unknown. Now, can we use sine law here? Well, this is a number, but this is unknown. This is a number, but little b is unknown. This is a number, and this is unknown. No matter which two equations we choose, two expressions we use, let's say I choose to use these two. If I combine these two, I'm going to have two unknowns. I can't solve for b and a at the same time. I need a situation where there's going to be one unknown. And likewise, if I choose these two over here, actually, let me erase that. If I choose these two right here, again, I'm going to have two unknowns, b and c. And if I try the last two, this one and this one, again, I'm going to have two unknowns, angle A and angle C. Right here, in this situation, known as side angle side. And the reason why it's called side angle side is because we're given a side and an angle and a side here. So this is side angle side. You cannot use sine law because there's just no way to solve. Okay? And be aware that this angle has to be something called contained. The angle must be contained in between the two sides. Okay? It's like a sandwich. Here's your piece of bread. Oopsies. Here's your piece of bread. And then here's your whatever you put in the middle between your sandwich. And then you have another piece of bread. So that it has to be right in between and contained. Okay? Here's another situation. We have not side angle side. In this situation we're given side, side, side. So this is side, side, side. And so if I were to try sine law again, right? We have across from angle B is side B, across from angle A is small a, and across from angle C is side C. So if I were to write that in, we know what side A is going to be 8. We do not know angle A. We know what side B is, which is 6. And C is going to be 7. And again, no matter which two I combine, like this two, if I combine these two expressions for this equation, I'm going to have two unknowns. Or if I combine these two, again, two unknowns. Or if I combine the last two, the last combination, I'm still going to have two unknowns, A and C. No matter which two I choose, I'm going to have two unknowns. I can't solve. This is another situation. Side, side, side. If you're given three sides, you cannot use sine law. Okay? And coincidentally, in both these two situations, side angle side and side side side, this is when you use something called cosine law. And what is the cosine law? I can't draw it for you, but it looks like Pythagorean theorem. It's a squared equals b squared plus c squared. The first part looks exactly like Pythagorean theorem, minus 2bc times cosine a. Okay, and there's going to be three different versions of the cosine law. I'm going to write the second one below. Instead of a squared, you could have b squared, right? And you might need to solve for b squared. And you see how it's a squared equals to the other two sides squared? That's the same thing here. B squared and the other two sides squareds. But the other two sides, in this case, are going to be a squared and c squared. Minus 2bc, ac, 2ac, and cosine b. Okay? And again, the first and the last correspond. similar to what happened here. The first side corresponds to the last angle here. And again, and what's in the middle between those two things? It's the other two sides, right? A squared and A and C and C. And there's one more version of the cosine law that you could write, right? There's three sides, so there's going to be three different versions of it. You can have side C. And again, you can have the side here, and you can have the angle, corresponding angle over there, right? You're going to have cosine, same cosine. And then over here, you're gonna, in between, you're going to have the, or you're going to have this -2 as well, so -2 here. And what's in between here are the opposite other two sides. So we have c squared here. What's left over is going to be a squared and b squared, and this will be a and b. Okay, so there you have it. This is the cosine law. And click on the next video to see examples of how to use it to solve these two situations: side angle side and side side side.